Also, the most downright inhuman and disrespectful thing. Or God forbid, leave a job that places her next to car advertisements for her hypersexualized value. Hello, friends. Me is back with some freshly brewed content. Welcome to Imara's World, a place where I, who's a Muslim media student, analyze and answer some of the questions that either people have personally asked me or through comments I found on the internet. In this channel, we'll be diving deep into a logical conversation where I'll provide arguments from science, Islamic concepts, gender studies, media analysis, psychology, sociology, and so many more logies. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on all of that good stuff coming up. In this episode, we are going to understand why do Muslims leave the entertainment industry. To give you some context, this recently happened when Sana Khan, a Bollywood actress, left the film industry, preceding Zaira Wasim. And then supermodel Halima Aden left the modeling as well. They all have something in common, and that is their reason. These women left the film industry to practice spirituality, leaving behind some unanswered questions, confusion, and even accusations from followers. The Muslims who understood this showed them tremendous amount of support and praise. But the rest were indulging in debates as to why. Why would anyone willingly want to leave the limelight? Especially after earning a name for themselves. Like what and why? Let's find out. Talking about Sana Khan, to those who thought she has no career just because she left the industry, let me tell you, she's an entrepreneur and a certified beauty counselor and owns a parlor called the Face Spa. So she probably left the industry because she realized her true potential. After struggling for years, she realized her value, that as a woman, her status is way higher in Islam. As she isn't just a shiny candy in a music video or there to glamorize an action hero by acting like a piece of skin. This could be the case for other actresses and models as well. Islam made her honor her inner beauty and not a temporary outer appearance that women are judged upon on a daily basis. It's the respect and honor that is given to you as a woman, as a person, and that changes everything. Perspective. But that's not the case when we look at women in media. Laura Mulvey, a well-known film theorist, have explained this through the male gaze theory, which basically means most female characters are hypersexualized because their male viewer is their target audience. Because the male viewer is their target audience, their needs are met first. I mean, we have seen examples of these in tons of movies. Female characters are portrayed through the male gaze. No wonder they are always hypersexualized, in most of the cases at least. Also in advertising, objectification and sexualized portrayal of the female body can be found even in products and services where that has nothing to do with the product being advertised, such as in car advertisements, and I've even seen this in residence ads. I mean, come on you guys. It's a fact that women are still looked at as an eye candy and discarded the moment they age. Most women's career lasts a decade or two maximum, after which they either make rare appearances or open up a production house to cast themselves. Because it's a fact, nobody casts older women.
That what I'm saying is you're ready to see like older actors in like main roles, but you will not digest a girl who's older just because she's older. It's not like so like desirable for you.
Right.
So if you're going to, what is desirable? Now that's like some kind of a sexual connotation attached to it, right?
Of course.
So the day we start doing roles which is not just sexual, glamorous, about looking hot and about looking beautiful, that is another way in which we will change.
Taylor Swift also spoke about this in her documentary on Netflix. But that's not the same for men. Look at Tom Cruise or Salman Khan paired with actresses half their age, sometimes even less. Tom Cruise in his ever-growing age gap with his female co-stars. Sarah Wright, who plays Cruise's wife in the film, was born in 1983, just a couple months after the premiere of Risky Business, which makes her 22 years Cruise's junior, which is somewhat uncomfortable. I mean, 22 years? I can't even. So that could be one of the reasons why actresses like Sana Khan thought that success was only temporary and that she must focus on something that drives her real happiness. When asked about quitting the film industry, she quotes, "I'm grateful for what this industry has given me, but I realized that I didn't belong there. My true self was being sabotaged due to the peer pressure. On social media, one has to do things beyond their comfort zone to get work. but now I am in sync with this life. So this definitely gives us an answer that she was not happy and satisfied with the way her life was. As we all know, she wasn't an A-list actress, and people have to struggle a lot to make a name for themselves by doing things they might not like or even agree with. When asked about why she was working in such a place where she didn't feel comfortable, she answered, "I was the sole earning member of my family. This lockdown helped me realize that I had to take this step." Okay, so because of some circumstances, she got into this film industry initially, but later on she realized that she has to take a step towards what she really wants and not what everyone tells her is success. Now, the problem that most people have is understanding that she does not associate success with happiness and that her definition of success is different. Also, the most downright inhuman and disrespectful thing to do for people was to blame her husband for her decision and troll them. But she cleared that as well in a recent interview. She quotes, "Getting married to Anas wasn't an overnight decision. I have prayed for years for a man like him in my life. What I liked best about him is that he is a gentleman and not at all judgmental." Sana told Bombay Times in a recent interview, on being asked if she is affected by social media trolls targeting her husband, the former actor added, "My husband is a good man and I find him good looking. Maybe you don't. I don't care." You go, girl. Now, I have something to say, guys, to my beloved millennial audience. We live in this capitalistic world where material culture is seen everywhere. Trends change every minute and pseudo awareness is preached aloud. All we hear is the word choice. It's all about that, really. Choice to lose or gain weight, to look a certain way, to be with whoever we want. Choice to wear what we want and be how we want to be without being judged, isn't it? Isn't that what all influencers and woke millennials are talking about? To make our opinions voice and have our own choice? Let's shine a light on that. In today's time, everybody is allowed to practice their own rights, whilst mocking and shaming others for doing the exact same thing. We are all allowed to own up to our decisions with #mychoice. But when someone else is claiming the same, we boo them for making their own choices. It's hypocritical when we say a woman has the right to make her own choices, but the next moment bash her if she dare to cover herself. Or God forbid, leave a job that places her next to car advertisements for her hypersexualized value. Though there were some really hypocritical statements in her comments, all ranging from judging her decision to accusing her falsely, to them I say, you know how in the movie Three Idiots, the parents were hell-bent on forcing their kids to get into engineering because they thought that was the only way to attain happiness? We are behaving in a similar manner by opposing others' view of success and personal choice. We all have a definition of success and happiness. It's subjective. What may be success to you might not be for someone else. You may like being in the limelight, whilst others prefer to live a simple private life without fame. And there's nothing wrong with that. You may find happiness in being a chef, whilst others want to be a doctor. Some are fond of a certain profession, whilst others are not. We all have our own paths and our own desires. If we vouch for letting other people have their own choice, then why can't we accept the very choice when they make it? It may sound unbelievable to some of you, but not everyone wants to be famous. And fame does not most certainly equal happiness. We all have seen celebrities under the tire of mental health and on the other side of drug abuse. Almost all of them have suffered with mental health issues at least once in their lifetime. And not to mention the pressure an individual may not want to be associated with. If a person chooses to live a life fulfilling spiritual satisfaction by moving away from the public eye in an industry that does not serve them anymore, we should all be able to respect that choice. We cannot expect everyone to have the same opinions as us. There are going to be differences, of course. Live and let live. Spread love, not just tweets on them. Let's be open to understanding each other rather than being very quick to judge. Let's be welcoming to listen rather than shouting accusation. That's why we're here. We are living in the 21st century. We millennials need to overcome this age-old mentality of division by difference and unite by accepting one another and learning about our differences and educating so that we can understand others' viewpoints. And that's my whole purpose when it comes to creating content like this. I really hope this video was useful on shining light and some insight as to why Sana Khan and some similar artists have the glamour industry to follow their faith and live a life of spiritual contentment. I'm planning on making similar-ish commentary content. So if you have any unclear notions, then #AskAMuslim series is here to stay. Also, if you've watched the video so far, then let me know by commenting a secret word like watermelon down in the comments below, so I'll know. Make sure you subscribe for upcoming episodes, and thank you so much for watching.